I texted Santino and I said, what can I do to piss off Bobby before doing the show?
Yeah.
And he literally said, bring up Steve and the fact that he's not on the show.
Yeah.
That'll wrap it up.
For a while now, Bobby Lee has been one of the most open, exposed figures in comedy. He's built an entire career around vulnerability, self-deprecation, and letting people laugh at him as much as with him. That approach worked for years, but lately, something's shifted. Watching Bobby across his recent podcast appearances, especially Tiger Belly and Trash Tuesday, is starting to feel less like playful ribbing and more like a pattern. A pattern where Bobby isn't staring the chaos anymore. He's sitting in it, while other people poke, prod, and test him for content. And the uncomfortable question is this: has Bobby Lee slowly become the punchline even to his own friends? On the recent episode of Tiger Belly with Trevor Wallace, something revealing happened almost immediately.
Yeah, very good. Good callback.
Hey, thanks,
And
man.
good
I
attack.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. Why isn't Steve on the show more often?
Steve who?
Your brother.
He hasn't been on in years.
Man, like 20.
Yeah.
He's probably number one Lee, I'd say.
Ooh.
Out of the Lee clan.
Your brother's not even close to funny as you.
Come on, dude. I mean, on stage, come on.
He's like,
there's a difference.
listen, I don't need.
Stand
we're
up.
on the Stevie Weeby show right now.
Yeah.
So I don't need to convince anyone else. Everyone who's watching the show right now already knows who the funnier Lee brother is.
You know, we don't have to get into that.
We don't need to get into that.
Out of the Lees.
Yeah. You know what? I would say he's number one as well.
That's nice.
Oh, you know, I was really trying to rile you up and I got nothing. You know what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like people in the comments are like, where's Bobby's brother?
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. You're not going to rile me up today.
Good. Because
Yeah,
you know why? I
yeah.
texted Santino and I said, what can I do to piss off Bobby before doing the show?
Yeah.
And he literally said, bring up Steve and the fact that he's not on the show.
Yeah.
That'll wrap it up.
Yeah. And
So shout out to Santino, but it didn't. I like this mood you're in today.
When Bobby's friends feel comfortable tossing his family dynamics into the ring, it doesn't feel like banter anymore. It feels like Bobby is known as the guy whose pressure points are fair game. This isn't an isolated moment either. We've seen this dynamic build for a while. On Bad Friends, Bobby's tension with Tom Segura didn't feel playful. With Rick Glassman, Bobby looked visibly disengaged, so much so that he literally stopped participating and started eating his Uber Eats on camera.
For attending
No.
our podcast. What a pleasure. It was a surprise. I didn't know you were coming.
Are you eating a little candy while you're telling me?
And now, with Trevor Wallace openly admitting he came in looking for Bobby's weak spot, it raises a bigger question. Why does everyone know exactly how to get under Bobby's skin and feel entitled to do it? At some point, self-deprecation stops being a shield and starts becoming an invitation.
Even after the special, that week was terrible.
Why is that?
Because I think it was just like I worked on it for so long, it was done, and I had so much anxiety over the year, just even getting ready for it. And then once it happened, it went fine, but I just I went into a depression. I think mainly because I have to write another hour. Yeah, it's hard.
Not for a while though. You have like a year.
Yeah, but
Put it
still-
out in 5 years, I think.
Yeah,
You can still run the same house.
yeah. I think honestly, I'll probably do another one in 3 years.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's not that long. 3 years.
I think in 3 years I'll have one. I'll tour it and then do another one. How many have you done?
One.
Yeah.
Shooting another one in March, though. March 13th, 14th.
For who?
For me. I don't know.
Was it pterodactyl?
Well,
That Pterodactyl was the first one, yeah.
what was the first one?
What was the first one?
Amazing.
Prime. Amazon Prime. You sold it there.
Yes, Prime. I don't have a buyer yet, but we're just going to shoot it and see what happens. I don't even care if it goes on YouTube. I feel like that's almost like second. That's like might be best case scenario because I already have the audience there.
Oh, right.
And you can just drive so many clips to it on there that I don't really know.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised it got a 4.3 out of 5. I'll take that all day. That's not bad.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm scaled
What is
usually
that?
at, 4.3 out of 5. So
But that's at 8.6.
Oh, okay.
That's 86%.
that's not bad.
That's good. That's
Solid
great.
B.
Did you choose? Oh, I like the whole 80s. Did you choose the background?
Yeah, I chose everything.
Wow.
I was super hands-on with it.
Yeah. It's dope.
It is. How did you, your set design you showed me at the store, really sick.
Then you watch Bobby on Trash Tuesday and the contrast is jarring. This isn't Bobby being roasted by male peers. This is Bobby emotionally exposed in front of his ex-girlfriend, Kalila Kuhn.
Of course, yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
You could have killed me. Yeah, you could have killed. Hell
No,
yeah.
you could have killed me.
No, you
you
could have killed me.
you almost killed me.
How did I kill you?
Just like you're nagging. Just nagging. You know, like, oh
Like
my
what?
God.
What did I nag about?
I think the one thing that like I think about is like walking the dogs. Like I'd be out there with the dogs for like 30 minutes, and like so and so didn't poo yet, and she's like, "Stay out there until they do." Right? And I'm out there for like hours. And I'm just looking up like I fucking hate this bitch.
And you would walk them, what, twice a year?
No, every day.
Twice a year.
That's bullshit. No, every day.
When we were living in the small
Yeah,
apartment.
every day. Yeah.
Yeah, what else did she nag you about?
I think you thought I was disgusting toward the end.
You know what's a shock is that I didn't think you were disgusting in the beginning. How did I put up with
Wait,
it?
how did you notice that she thought you were disgusting? Like, what was it?
She's like, "Stop scratching your foot." Yeah, I can hear it. I'm trying to sleep. Stop scratching your foot. And I'd just be like, you know what I mean? Scratching my foot.
Yeah, you know what pisses me off the most though?
What?
Is that all these things, the complaints that I had, he only chose to fix them after the breakup.
That's
now
not true.
that like all these girls get the best version of him and I'm here like,
Dude, is that
Fuck.
really true? I don't think people change that much.
no,
I
he's
changed certain
changed
things.
so much.
What have you
Because
changed?
medication. He's gotten his head right.
My head's right.
What's changed? No more
A lot more
itchy
grounded.
feet?
I have found a psychiatrist, therapist. I'm really doing work, to better myself. I was just like out of my mind, I think, when we were together at the end.
Yeah.
Like addressing the pornography and all that kind of stuff I did later.
You are addressing that?
Yeah, because in my mind I'm like, why didn't this work? And then just kind of looking back and going, these are some of the behaviors that I should have changed or addressed, and I've been addressing them now because in my mind it's like if I ever find another Kalila, I want to be able to be better.
He still feels attached, still devoted, still trying to connect in strange, uncomfortable ways. Kalila even says she's devoted to him, while clearly not being with him. That's not closure. That's limbo.
There's no inappropriate.
What are other memories from the relationship where like
What are we talking about? Why do we always?
I want to know stuff about
go
you
ahead,
guys.
go ahead.
Like I'm just curious. It's funny to hear like the nagging and like the irritation stuff. Like what else was there?
I just want to say that the things that bothered me in the relationship, like in my mind, I was like, I want to get out of this, I guess, subconsciously. But in retrospect, it's like, I would take it now. You know what I mean? Because it's like, that's a small price to pay for not being lonely. If I had a time machine, I would probably tell myself, it's like, it's not better out there.
Wow.
Yeah. But when you're in a long-term relationship like we were in, eventually you kind of think, well, I'm I'm famous.
I think that too. Like
and I
his
can get out
star,
there and
yeah.
and then it's like, it's not, and I did that and it's like, it's not that.
So now we're seeing Bobby in two environments. With his comedian friends, he's the guy they poke for reactions. With his ex, he's emotionally naked and unmoored. The bigger question, is Bobby losing control of the narrative? This is where it all comes together. Bobby Lee has always made himself available, too available. He's approachable, he's open, he turns pain into bits instantly, and that's made him beloved. But it's also made him easy. Easy to test, easy to tease, easy to turn into a moment. When Trevor Wallace texts Santino asking how to upset Bobby and Santino immediately knows the answer, that says something. When Bobby barely pushes back, that says something too. Maybe this isn't about Trevor or Santino or Steve Lee. Maybe it's about Bobby allowing himself to stay in the role of the broken guy because it's familiar, because it's rewarded, and because it keeps him useful. But usefulness isn't the same thing as respect. None of this means Bobby Lee is finished. Far from it. He's still funny, still talented, still essential to modern podcast comedy. But it does feel like a turning point, because when your friends feel comfortable turning your family, your trauma, and your emotional wiring into tools for content, and you no longer seem able or willing to stop it, you're no longer just part of the joke. You are the joke. And the real question now isn't whether Bobby Lee can laugh through it. It's whether he ever decides to draw a line, or whether being the punchline has simply become the price of staying in the room.